New knife day, dude. New knife day. And pine tea day. I like pine tea. Pine needle tea. It's an old hillbilly, man. That's all right. What is going on, my brothers, man? So I got a cool knife today. It is an American-made knife. It is a tracker knife, and it is none other than by Tops, and it is the Skull Crusher by E.J. Snyder, the SXB. What a powerhouse blade, man. Oh my gosh. Talk about the tracker of tracker knives. You know, when I saw this blade, I instantly thought of my childhood and like the little knife that came with Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe. And dude, if you think that the Tops Tom Brown tracker is a badass knife, wait till you get a hold of this thing and start wielding it. Man, I hope this camera's focused enough to get these curls for you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that string. I mean, it's just, have you seen a curl? Why do you like tracker knives? Well, look at that right there. I mean, that's America. Man, look at that thing just curling them on up, brothers. Wow. Just doing it for you. I ain't fighting it. It's just doing work for me, man. It's just that's all it's doing. It's doing work for me. I'm just sitting here moving along. Look at this. I'm making a feather stick and I'm playing with my dog, man. Look at that. Wow. Man. You see, look at those things. Isn't that beautiful? Man, isn't that beautiful? So, as far as curling with the big blade, you know, it can put a gash in a knife for sure. I mean, this is nice old dry wood, but as you can see, man, it's just shredding it apart, you know. I mean, whoo, boy. Oh, man, look at that thing go. I hope I don't slip and hit my daggone leg, brother. It's just making it, it's making nothing of it. Look at it, dude. Look at it. Just going to town. It's just nobody's business, bro. All right, so we always want to know how well these saw teeth work on the back, right? So let's just see. I mean, it's chewing away at it, man. I mean, this is definitely far more effective than Tom Brown's. Look at that groove that cut in there in just in that few short seconds. Wow. I mean, it's just chewing away at it, dude. Once more, it's hungry. It's freaking hungry, man. For a solid piece here. I shattered my rock, man. I shattered my rock with the daggone log and the daggone knife. Once again, big old knots. Big old knots. No, knots don't stop me for nothing. You know, I like it to get the knot. You know, let me try out my knife, see what it's made of, you know? Now, so this guy was a some kind of special forces guru. I guess he's been on a show, some of those survival shows a lot. Naked and Afraid, I think is what it is. A lot of people really like his knife. I can't blame him, man. I mean, this thing's nice. It's just like a monster tracker knife. It's like if tracker knives were a thing, and you could have a Bowie knife of a tracker knife. This is it, man. And man, what a cool knife. Comes at a pretty phenomenal price point too. Phenomenal meaning I would use the word great, but I think a better definition would be massive. So I appreciate the man who lent this to me to try it out and everything. I'm having a hoot out here with it. It is a great knife. It's solid. I'd say that's a good 1/4 of an inch. Love the indent for creating curls, feather sticking. The saw teeth are altered, so you can actually use it as a saw. Now, this knife was designed as kind of like the one tool option, and it literally has a skull crusher tip on there. I mean, it could adjust somebody's attitude very, very quickly with something like that. And it's got good weight on the end, but it's not overly heavy. You know, there's plenty of knives out there that are just daggone heavy, and this one feels really good. One thing I see about it that's kept me from purchasing this knife is how, all right, we got this big axe head, but look how thin it gets right there. And you know, I definitely abuse some knives. I don't go out of my way to it, but yeah, I do go out of my way to abuse them. Let me rephrase that. So I don't know how well that would hold up in the long run. I'm sure plenty of guys have purchased this knife. I'm pretty sure that if you're buying this knife from Tops, it probably has some kind of lifetime warranty from it. So I think worst case scenario, you know, you get a free knife if that little tang did break. But one thing I gotta say that I love about the Tops knives is the micarta handles, man. These handles are just on par, man. I mean, they are just phenomenal. They're the nicest micarta handles I've ever seen on any knives, and they really just do a killer deal. They really just do a killer job on there. And you got the proud marked USA, made in USA. And then again, there's another look at it. All right, man, what just a punisher, right? I could definitely see having some fun with this thing in the woods. I could definitely be a proud owner of this blade. So if you guys have it in your Amazon cart or something, man, and you're debating on a lot of different knives, I mean, this has got to be high up there. Let me show you guys some notch work real quick. So the sheath, I'm pretty impressed with it. Not generally a fan of nylon sheaths, but this is actually very good quality. It comes with a big outer pouch with cinch points on it, so you can fit stuff in it. The quality on it is just really good. There's a hard plastic on the inside of it, I'm guessing, so so it's like an inner sheath, if you guys can see it there. I'm guessing so that does the knife doesn't cut through there. Okay, there is MOLLE attachment on the back, so you can strap it to the side of a backpack, kind of like I have my kukri over there. You've got double points with Velcro reinforcement. So if you just need to cinch it down in the tight, you're doing a lot of work in the woods, you just want to put it on there, or quick put it on there, and instead of having to unbuckle it and buckle it all the way, you can do that. The Velcro's on both pieces, so you know, good for them. Proud badging, Tops knives right there. Again, you've got a cinch point, so you can put survival gear or whatever. There's a couple rivets on the bottom of it for the leg holsters if you are going to wear it. Now I'll say this, guys, this thing hangs down past your knee. All right, I mean, it is a large knife. I'm stretching my arms out trying to get the full sheath in there. So this is definitely going to be something that you probably mount. There ain't no scout carry in this thing. You're going to be mounting this on the back of your pack or your four-wheeler. So a massive knife. I'll post some specs right here on it. Your price point on this thing is probably, depending on where you're getting it from, what vendor you're getting it from, you're probably looking in the, you know, $210 to $250 range on Amazon, probably pushing $300 from the manufacturer direct, right? Now that is a massive price point on any knife, man, at least for a guy like me. So here is a knife that is much more economical and also made in America. This is one of my favorite knives. This is the Marine Raider SP10. It's the Marine Raider Bowie by Ontario. It is made here in the USA, as you can see, by Ontario Knife Company. And it's pretty equivalent. I think that the EJ Snyder blade has about 1/4 of an inch on it, 1/2 an inch on it there. Obviously, two different types of knives, though. But I can assure you, I mean, this knife here coming in at $65 can definitely perform just as well as that SKULLCRUSHER. Now, granted, you're not going to have the teeth on there. You're not going to have the cool gut hook and all that stuff, but there's a lot you can do with a massive Bowie knife. A lot you can do, man. And this is one of my go-tos. This is one of my favorite blades. I love it. I love Bowie knives. Here's another killer thing that I love about this SKULLCRUSHER. Is when you choke up on this, you know, typically when you choke up on a knife, look at the handle length on it, right? So when you choke up on a knife, you got to grab it down here. You got 2 or 3 fingers on a knife. Man, with the EJ Snyder, I mean, you can literally come down here and you still got a full daggone grip, man. A full daggone grip. And just so you guys know, this is your cutting part right here, all right? This is your fine work. This is your lopping and your chopping, your motivation, all right? This is your motivation. This is your dedication. It's just got such a wallop to it, man. I mean, I'm sure I could make that bite a little bit bigger. If I sharpened it a little bit better, it's got a factory edge on it right now, but I mean, it's got some weight on it. I mean, it's just going and going. Look at it. What a chew. I don't want no more. Take it. It's just a murderer. It's a killer, dude. This wood here is pretty seasoned. It's taking it, dude. It's doing it. Bismarck. Hey, buddy. Careful, big guy. Man. It just wants to go. It's got so much weight behind it. And it's just doing the work for me. Look at that. Oh, man. Definitely good enough for the girls I go out with. Oh, old pine tea is ready. Ooh, it is ready. It is a great knife. It's an awesome knife. It's a wonderful knife. These are not gimmicky functions. The saw actually works. You've seen it curl. You've seen it lop. I hope I beat on it enough. The handle isn't loose. It just really is a killer blade if that price point is for you. Again, the Marine Raider SP10 comes in at about $65 versus this $200 to $250 range. So something to consider if you're a blue collar guy, or if you just want an extra $190 to spend on some other knives. But I'm truly a fan of it. I loved it. I had a great time with it. And I also want to say, man, if you are a brother of mine, don't do nothing crazy if you got stuff on your mind, man. Go and talk to somebody, reach out to a brother. Know that somebody else out there loves you. Somebody better than me, better than anyone you know. Somebody is out there, and he's waiting for you to come to him, man. And I want to give you guys a little bit more hope, all right? This is who is out there, and he's waiting for you. While he was reclining at the table in the house, many tax collectors and sinners came to eat with Jesus and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" Now, when he heard this, he said, "It is not those who are well that need a doctor, but those who are sick. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I didn't come to call the righteous. I came to call the sinners," man. And no matter, brothers, no matter how far you think your life has gone, no matter how many bridges you think you've burned, how little time you think you might have left, you can repair it, you can fix it. There is hope. You can live a rewarding life. You can be an example and show others love. You can inspire others. So don't do nothing. Don't go nowhere, man, because we're all waiting for you, and we're going to have a good time together. And there's so much more to live for in this life, like the outdoors, friends, dogs, knives, fires, camping. There's just so much wonderful stuff in the world, and you can experience that in sobriety and away from your troubles, man. And he's just waiting for you. He just wants you to be there, man. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you on the next review. Thank y'all.